Hey guys, thanks for joining me in the shop today. Today we're going to talk about Lionel's famous GG1. The GG1 first come out in 1947 to 1949. It was Lionel's number 2332. It was a single motored non-magnet traction GG1. Then in 1955, Lionel, after they come out with magnet traction, stepped it up a little bit, and they come out with a 2340 5-stripe GG1 made in green or Tuscan. This is what we have in front of us today. This was a dual motored unit with magnet traction. And then in 56 to 58, 61 to 63, they came out with a 2360 made in dark green and in Tuscan, 5-stripe and solid stripe. When you hear that 5-stripe or solid stripe, they're talking about there's a stripe down the front of this engine, or down the side of it, and it either has 5 gold stripes or 1 solid stripe. And it seems like that the passengers were mostly under Tuscan and freight was under green, with what they call the dark green. But anyways, Lionel, these are really great pulling engines, especially the 2340s and the 2360s, just because the dual motor with magnet traction. These were a cast shell. So they're a very heavy engine. They really are. They're heavy. There's a lot of weight there to them. If you've ever picked one up, there's a lot of weight. And then, you know, Lionel also reproduced these into the 70s under the MPC in the late 70s. They did a Penn Central, and again, they reissued it several times. I know they did a Century Club version of it right around in the late 90s. So these are really cool engines. Now, what's unique about the GG1, obviously these were run in the New York and Philadelphia type area of the East Coast, but they have insulation on all 4 corners of the pantograph, and there's a way that you can wire them up the run off of an actual pantograph system. So instead of pulling your power off the 3rd rail, you could, you know, if you wanted to, you could run a 2-rail track and then pull your power off of a pantograph. And from what I was under the impression, Lionel was considering coming out with a pantograph system that you could mount to the existing track, or the table, where you could actually wire it up to run this, you know, more prototypical off of, so that would be your 3rd rail off the pantograph, which is a cool idea. I have seen guys do it, and it's really neat. And then obviously you get into your EP electrics and stuff, that you could do that too. If you wanted to have some fun and do something, you could do a stretch under layout and do that for the electrics, and then wire them up that way with your EP5s and that type of thing in your GG1. So again, the 2340 here in front of me is a post-war piece, 1955, a really classic wool. This was part of the upper end sets, and again, all die cast, and your 2332s are die cast also, but they were single motor non-magnet traction, and these are just a great unit. One of the common things is, obviously, when people would pick these up, like all the Lionel post-war and modern day, you know, production stuff, is they want to grab it. And when you see these stripes, a lot of times they weren't on there that well, or just by time, or people grabbing them, their oils in their hands, they wore down. So obviously, if you got a pristine GG1 where the stripes are really intact and they're original, that would be a really highly desirable item. Or the solid stripe. Again, I know the Congressional set had the Tuscan with the solid stripe, so this would probably be more of a freight GG1. But when you flip them over, again, typical Lionel. I mean, really nice quality, all cast steel. You know, your 2 pickups. So you have your 4, 6, 6, 4 wheel arrangement. Again, dual motor pulling. Common problems, a lot of times I see these things that the front truck is missing, or the steps could be broke. So you want to look for that. They have the two-piece horn on them. And then, like I said, the pantographs. Sometimes the pantographs are missing or broke. Again, this stuff is all available. Sometimes, you know, when you're looking at it, you know, these things, the pantographs, you know, on the secondary market, you know, they can run anywhere from $20 to $30 a piece. Or more. So you want to make sure it has all the insulation, and like I said, the pantographs are there. And again, the key to the value, besides condition of this engine, is in the striping of it. So I hope you got some information. If you have a GG1, like I said, they're a really, really cool engine and a lot of power. And this was quality item at Lionel. Like I said, this was in the peak of Lionel, mid-50s, post-war, where they were making just an awesome, awesome product. So, hey, I have a shop in Norton, Ohio. I'm about 15 minutes to the west of Akron. You can give me a call, 330-825-4206. If you're ever in the area, you can stop and see me. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. And if you're ever looking for stuff, I have you can look me up on eBay at Stop Time Co, STOPTIMECO, and see some of my product there. And don't forget, Lionel is an investment in happiness. It's a great hobby, guys. Happy model railroading. Thanks.